The Detroit Lions secured their spot in the playoffs with a thrilling win over the Green Bay Packers in Week 14, extending their record-breaking 11-game win streak, the longest in franchise history. This victory not only demonstrated the Lions' grit but also highlighted some critical decision-making by head coach Dan Campbell, whose aggressive play calling on key fourth-down scenarios proved both risky and rewarding. The gamble of fourth downs. Dan Campbell's coaching style epitomized boldness in this game. Two pivotal moments showcased his risk-taking approach. In the third quarter, facing a 4th and 1 at their own 30-yard line, the Lions decided to go for it. Although the decision paid off, it raised eyebrows for its daring nature. Similarly, late in the game, Campbell opted for a 4th-down attempt to close out the clock, trusting Jared Goff and running back David Montgomery. Despite Goff nearly slipping during the play, the Lions managed to convert, narrowly avoiding disaster. These moments reflect Campbell's confidence in his team, but critics argue that such risks could backfire in high-stakes playoff situations. A consistent but risky philosophy. Campbell's consistency in going for it on 4th down is both his trademark and a potential Achilles heel. As analyst Brian McFadden noted, being consistently aggressive can yield results during the regular season but may prove costly in the playoffs, as it did for Detroit last year. Comparisons were drawn to playing blackjack. Hitting on a risky hand might work occasionally, but over time, the odds catch up. For the Lions, their daring strategy has worked so far, but the postseason will test whether this approach can sustain success against tougher competition. Defensive resilience amid challenges. Detroit's defense, though missing key players due to injuries, performed admirably against Green Bay. Despite being down several starters, the Lions' defensive front managed to limit the Packers' rushing game effectively. Josh Jacobs, the Packers' standout running back, was held to under 4 yards per carry and just 66 rushing yards overall. Analysts praised the Lions' defensive unit for their hustle, tackling discipline, and ability to avoid giving up explosive plays, even while dealing with significant roster attrition. However, questions remain about how this defense will hold up against elite rushing teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, who thrive on exploiting weaknesses in the middle of the field. Offensive firepower and identity. Offensively, the Lions are firing on all cylinders, with Jared Goff leading a potent attack. Goff threw for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game, demonstrating his poise and leadership under pressure. The Lions' offensive identity is clear. They lean on their strengths, including a strong running game and creative play calling, to control the tempo and put points on the board. This clarity of purpose stands in stark contrast to the Packers, who, as analysts observed, are still searching for an identity on offense. Green Bay's lack of cohesion and over-reliance on trick plays contributed to their struggles against Detroit. The road ahead. With a 12-1 record and a firm grip on the NFC North, the Lions are now one of the top contenders in the NFC. Their disciplined approach to maintaining an identity, combined with their ability to adapt to challenges, sets them apart from many teams. However, as the playoffs approach, the Lions must address the potential pitfalls of their aggressive decision-making and ensure their defense can withstand the test of elite competition. The Lions' victory over the Packers is a testament to their growth and resilience, but it also serves as a reminder that every gamble carries a risk. As the playoffs loom, Detroit will need to strike the right balance between boldness and caution to continue their historic season. Fans, what are your thoughts on the Lions' aggressive approach? Do you believe it will lead them to postseason glory, or could it spell trouble down the line? Let us know in the comments.